Hi, I'm Glyn Pickering, so I'm an advanced teacher practitioner. I work across college, but for 2 days a week, I work here at the Joseph Wright Centre and have done since its inception in 2005. As part of that, as part of my role, I teach A-level psychology, and I've been doing that since the 1990s. But here, I've been doing it since the purpose-built Joseph Wright Centre opened. So within that, I've seen a lot of changes, and to some extent, some things have stayed relatively the same. So when I first got here, I was the first teacher to walk through the doors of the staff room, and I remember, going into what still is a very large open-plan staff room. Felt very much like a call centre. In the briefings that we'd had before the Joseph Wright Centre was opened, I was stationed at the Mackworth side, Prince Charles Avenue. We were told that we were moving into a paperless office, and therefore the environment and infrastructure would reflect that. So what that meant was that we had a desk and a computer station and nothing else. So within the Joseph Wright Centre, obviously I've seen a lot of changes, but there's been some fantastic, absolutely fantastic things that we've done here over the years, particularly notably, other than obviously the focus on academic and vocational achievement. We also have focused very much on um, charity. So over the years, we've done lots of raising and giving activities, rag weeks, where students and staff have, come dressed up, um, fancy dress, and over the years, that's really raised, a lot of money for the college's charities. As well as that, obviously we've had a lot of academic success and vocational success, lots of students going on to very high profile jobs, very high profile universities, but more importantly, whatever the destination, we've helped them reach the destination of their choice. There's been lots of staff come and go, and I think there's only around 7 or 8 teachers left who first came in when the doors opened back in 2005. Uh, Certainly, in terms of the students we've had, the students every year are always, there are those who are memorable, but every year the students are fantastic. And one of the insights I get working across all the different sites is that each environment, whether it be Broomfield, whether it be the Roundhouse, whether it's in the Johnson Building or Hudson Building or in Ilkeston, but they all have very much their own character. And I think that's a lot of things people notice. And Joseph Wright, to a large extent, for me personally, feels like home. Because I've spent a lot of time here. I was a team manager here for 15 years, so I really have spent a lot of time here. But I've always taught, and that's always been my passion, and still very much is. And therefore, I have all my teaching memories are very much tied up into this location. Really, the achievements of the students are always the highlights. Watching your students come in from school. Traditionally, the Joseph Wright Centre sourced 63 different schools from across Derby and the surrounding areas. And to watch them come in, having really that very much school mentality, and then you see them develop over the 2, sometimes 3 years that they're with us, and just leave a completely changed person, in a very positive way, that they've really kind of learnt, not just academically or vocationally, but very much about themselves, and are prepared for that next step, whatever that may be. Traditionally, that was university. However, those are very much diversified. So for me, the strongest memories and the highlights are always associated with the student journey, and and, and how they have progressed and the destinations that they've gone to, wherever that may be. Well, my hopes, I suppose, for the Jewish Rights Centre are for to keep doing what it's always done, and it's been very much a beacon in the city, very much changed the shape, really, of the city in terms of having students in the city centre. Historically, Derby had always had small pockets. There was Cornerstone Road at one point. There was the Art College on Green Lane. However, to have sort of a purpose-built centre at the time, primarily for level 3 students, which is now transformed and developed more broadly, but to have 2,000 students coming from all over really has kind of changed Derby in terms of the numbers. And we've seen that obviously exponentially with the university as that's grown as well. So Derby has very much been a very student-centred place to come and a focus of learning from all over the country. So like anyone who is from Derby, I am from Derby. I'm Derby born and bred, and that's where my loyalties always will lie. So I just want the best for the students of Derby and to go out into the wider world and show them what we're made of.